I've been wanting to make this video for a very long time now. I'm gonna finally make it now. I've covered most of the stupid things Logano has done on my top 5 least favorite NASCAR drivers currently thus far in 2022, and I've decided to make a full video explaining on my levels of hatred for Logano. So if you're a Logano fan, be warned. This video may be a long one, and you might be witnessing some ranting going on. I don't know, but yeah. This video was inspired and I got this idea from Thrashmaniac99, who also made a video, not on Logano, but he made a video on Kyle Busch 5 years ago this year. He called it The Story About Why I Hate Kyle Busch, I'm pretty sure. That's the title. So if you want to go watch that video, go search it up in the search bar. Once again, I think it's called The Story About Why I Hate Kyle Busch. It's an actual funny video. It's true though what he's saying, but it's funny. I like watching these rage videos, but let's get into it. Now, I will give Logano some slack. He did join the Cup Series at 19. He was just a teenager when Joe Gibbs brought him in the Cup. I don't know what Joe Gibbs was thinking at the time that he would think Logano could just replace Tony Stewart at the bat. And actually, I had no problems with Logano at Joe Gibbs. I loved his Home Depot cars. His 2012 car looked awesome. But it's when he joined Team Penske that when things started to crumble and there was no point of no return for Logano trying to get me to become a fan of his, because over time he's gotten better, but still it's just awful. Let's just say on the track. So let's talk about his time at Joe Gibbs. I know people are saying that he deserved his Penske ride. Dude, he only got that ride because AJ Allmendinger got suspended indefinitely and was fired from Penske that year. He had that 22 car. That's the only reason Logano got that car. That's the only reason. AJ was suspended indefinitely for, I don't fucking know, taking Avril or something stupid similar to the Jeremy Mayfield stuff. And of course, Dick France was still the CEO at NASCAR at the time, so fuck Dick France. Well, I don't know, but AJ Allmendinger was just, if he was drunk driving, I don't even know. It comes down to either he was drunk driving or taking Adderall to help him focus. That second one, if that's true, that's just stupid, man. So Logano got the ride in 2013. What did he do in his 4 years at Joe Gibbs? Nothing. He did nothing. Now, he did get a win that year, and you wonder how he got it? By rain delay, and it was at New Hampshire. He got the win, and it took him 3 more years just to get his second win and Joe Gibbs Racing Equipment. And yet you guys call J.J. Yaley a bad driver, or Daniel Suarez's Joe Gibbs time a bad driver. Logano wasn't ready for Cup at the time. He wasn't. He should have stayed in Xfinity. He was winning. It's pretty bad that he was leeching in Xfinity at the same time, winning all these races, but he couldn't win in Cup at the time. So what makes you think that Logano deserved that 22 car? He didn't. He didn't. If you had to go to Xfinity and prove yourself and win all these races, but you can't in Cup, that's pretty damn embarrassing. And the second win came from bumping and running Mark Martin out of the way just to get his second win, even though he had the faster car and faster tires than Mark did. And Mark was enthusiastic about this kid at the time. So what makes you think that he deserves his car? But then people are going to say that, oh, what makes you think Chase Elliott deserved the car in 2016? Bitch, please. Chase actually did something that year. Yes, he didn't win a race, but he was 20 years old at the time. He got into the chase and made it to the round at 12. Did Logano even make the chase his first year in Cup? Probably not. I don't recall. I wasn't watching NASCAR at the time. This was 2009. This was 13 years ago, but I doubt that Logano made the chase that year because he was so awful at Joe Gibbs. He wasn't necessarily awful, but he was pretty terrible in a Joe Gibbs car. And oh man, I don't know what makes you guys think that he deserved that 22 ride. That was Allmendinger's ride, and if it were because of Adderall situations, he had his ride taken away from him for no reason. just to benefit someone. That is probably pay driving shit. I don't know. Chase Elliott, when he first joined the Cup Series, showed brightness of glimpses of success in his first couple years with Hendrick. Logano got that one win, but didn't do nothing. In 2009 and 2010, when Chase Elliott did something in the 24 car from 2016 to 2017. That time in 2017, he made it to the round of 8 and nearly got himself locked in at Homestead. And yet you people think Chase Elliott's talentless, and I don't know anymore, dude. I don't get the logic of some of these people. Now let's get on to the reasons why I hate this prick. 2013 Auto Club. This is where all hell breaks loose. Joey Logano immaturely just freaking dumped Denny Hamlin for no reason. For something that happened at Bristol. Denny Hamlin was hit. I don't know what Logano was thinking. He was entering the corner at Bristol. He hit the brakes and he got himself turned around by Hamlin. Hamlin didn't slow up in time. That is just something unfortunate. It's not something to freaking break someone's back over. Jesus Christ, Logano. I've noticed people saying that that Logano didn't mean to do it. What do you mean by that? Logano just turned dead right into Hamlin and put him up in the wall. Hamlin at full speed, my ad. He wasn't even caring about winning that race. He just wanted to wreck Hamlin just for this quote-unquote payback. And look what happened. Hamlin went 4 wheels off the ground and just freaking broke his spine / back, and he had his season get screwed over. How can you defend this? I don't know. Now let's go on. Did he do anything stupid in 2014? I don't remember. I don't think he done anything dumb in 2014. But 2015, holy shit, that year was just horrendous. It was the year where Brian Fritz was showing his true simp side for Logano. So, let's get into this. Oh boy. Kenseth, 2015 in the fall race. Matt Kenseth was whatchamacallit? He was leading the race late in the race at Kenseth, trying to win the race to get in the next round. And he was putting up some aggressive blocks, but then Logano spun him out for no reason, just to win the race. Are you that serious? You gotta wreck or spin someone out to win the race when they're trying to block you? And Brian Fritz condemned Logano for doing that. Talk about showing disrespect to your former team, you prick. And then, when Matt Kenseth rightfully drove him into the wall as a great payback, Logano had the courage to call him cowardly and a chicken move. Dude, you cowardly turned on Matt Kenseth and as well as a chicken move. And you're calling Matt Kenseth the bad guy? You're such a hypocrite. Oh, God. That was just irritating, dude. Oh my God. And Matt Kenseth gets wrongfully suspended for doing God's work, and oh my God, screw Logano. Now we go on to 2018. I don't think he done anything stupid in 2017. I don't know. Maybe you could qualify that Las Vegas situation with Kyle Busch, because he got underneath him and spun him out of his own track. After all, he did kind of deserve a punch in the face. I don't know. But 2018, oh my goodness, this is where everything falls apart. This is where everything even more falls apart, just as bad as 2015 and 2013. He had to bump and run Martin Truex Jr. just to get into, and just rub up against him just to get into the Homestead, where he shouldn't have been in there in the first place. And now all the people is going to give me hell for saying, oh, Chase Elliott didn't deserve the title. Listen. The same people who think that Chase Elliott didn't deserve his title and that Harvick deserved it, are the same people, like you Logano fans, who think you guys deserved the title in 2018, when in reality, Harvick Busch or Truex should have won. That's a real legit fake championship. Jeez. God. I've been ranting for 10 minutes. Worth the time, I guess. Truex was racing Logano clean. And yes, you could say it's Martinsville. You're allowed to bump and run some, but you don't have to do it like that. Truex never put his bumper on you or never rubbed up against you. And then you do that to him. And he was rightfully upset with you after the race. I'm just dumbfounded about how much of a low we could get to with Logano. Seriously. You suck so bad you had to freaking punt him out of the way just to get into Homestead. Yes, the one move, you put him up the track, was okay, but you didn't have to rub up against him, and you screwed him one spot. It could have been a good side-by-side finish at Martinsville. When was the last time we had one of those finishes? That way you would have legitimately earned your way in without pissing Truex off. And then we go on to 2019, and before we go to 2019, I'm going to pause the video for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just had to swap some timers around on the TV so I could watch Simpsons at 11. So, alive. So yeah, let's get back on track. 2019, Martinsville. Again, we're going back to Martinsville. This is another thing I've not included in that video, so you got an extra bonus of why I dislike Logano. He gets all mad at Hamlin, might I add, and he just puts his hand and just pushes him and walks away like nothing happened. And yet you call Matt Kenseth cowardly. Dude! If you're... Oh my God. Logano, you're... God, Logano, seriously? And Hamlin, rightfully so, went at him to try and fight him. You don't just freaking punch or push someone and just walk away from it. You stupid dumbass. God, what the fuck is wrong with you, Logano? You're almost 30 at the time, and Hamlin was 39. You dumb bitch. And then we go into 2020, and it seems like every fucking year, almost every year, that Logano does something that he pulls out of his ass and just makes me despise him even more. 2020 happened. I'm not just saying this because I'm a Chase Elliott fan. So get the fuck out if you're gonna use that logic. Bristol 2020. I'm lost for words about that one. Chase Elliott was racing hard. Why would he put himself in Logano intensely in the wall? Out of the wind. Why would he do that? He went to the bottom. He's tried to get his car to go down to the bottom because he was too up close to Logano, but he got loose and went up into Logano. It's a racing deal. And Logano's like, oh, I was being raced too hard and I expect an apology. Bitch, it's Bristol. And then he goes out and does the most cowardly cocksucking thing and holds up Chase Elliott and screws him out of the win for being butthurt about a racing deal at Bristol to give Hamlin the win. Yeah, what a champ you are, you piece of shit. And once again, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Chase Elliott fan. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Logano is such a hypocrite. He races the people the way he does. Dirty. And he doesn't, and when the people that do the same back to him, like Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, he cries and whines about it. And you could say the same for Chase Elliott, but he for sure drives a hell of a lot cleaner than this prick will ever do. Oh my God, Logano. You've hit so many lows at this point, dude. Won't you try and consider to stop being a bitch? God. And yet you Logano fans say that most of us don't get over Martinsville's 2017 when you guys don't get over 2020 Bristol. Jesus Christ. Make up your mind, dude. Isn't that hypocritical? I don't know at this fucking point. And I don't know if this is Logano complaining about this, but at Talladega 2021, when he flipped over, in his interview, God's sake, dude, he basically told NASCAR to slow down the speeds at Talladega, and the problem with it is that cars can still flip over slowly. Look at Harrison Burton. What's slowing the cars gonna do at Talladega and Daytona? It's not gonna change anything, Logano. Yes, and it might be less likely to flip, but you had Allmendinger and Kyle Busch, or any of those guys who flipped by being pushed over. I'm reading off of a comment. And Logano complaining about the cars flipping over is just like an NFL player complaining that he's getting hit too hard. Exactly. Racing is a dangerous sport, and NASCAR is no different. Crashes and flips are going to be a part of the sport, and after all, that's what he signed up for, right? Exactly. Jeez, Logano, you've been in the sport for 10 years, and you should know this. I'm lost for words with this guy. I'm just lost for words with Logano. And there's one more major thing that I want to talk about. And before you come and say, oh, you're just mad because you're a Bayern fan. Listen. Listen. I am rightfully pissed, and so was Bayern about this. Byron might have raced Logano hard at Donington. That's what it's supposed to be. Too tough to tame. He might have put him in the wall a little bit, but he damn nearly put no scratches on his car. On Logano's car. So what does Logano do? Logano does his doing Logano things. He puts him in the wall. If it was a bump and run, then that would be fine. But no! You had to put him in the wall and damage his car. And you screwed him out of 11 more spots than he should have been. He should have finished second if you wanted to bump him, not finish freaking 13th. You screwed him out of a good points finish, a top 10 and a top 5 for no reason. And then you go on and say, oh, if he wants to race the way to me like he does, then that's how I'll race the way I'll race him back. You're such a hypocrite, Logano. And look at that Indy road course. Logano didn't even try to make the turn. He went to the farthest, I don't even know how to say it, farthest, reach at the road course and just hit the gas and just bulldozed everyone. And a lot of cars got damaged from that, and most of them got spun out, and yeah, Joey Bulldozer Logano term exists, folks. It existed ever since the Charlotte Roval 2020, where he spun out Bubba Wallace. But what I'm trying to say here is that Logano is still not matured. He is not. He is anything but matured. He's just a self-entitled prick who only cares about himself, his teammates, his pit crew, and maybe Brad Keselowski, but that's about it on the track. And I guess his fans, but other than those things, he doesn't give a shit about anyone else. But his fans, like I said, Brian Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Brad Keselowski and his pit crew. God, I hate Logano, and if this doesn't show you why I dislike Logano, then I don't know what will. So thank you for watching this video. Shit, this has been going on for almost 20 minutes. I told you this video would be long, and I was goddamn right. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.